immunocompromised. It's a word that's been all over the news lately during the COVID-19 pandemic. But what does it mean to be immunocompromised? How does COVID-19 affect immunocompromised people differently than the general populace? And how can we protect immunocompromised people? Ultimately, what does it mean to be immunocompromised during the COVID-19 pandemic? It's pretty simple. Let's find out. Immunocompromised is formed by two parts. Immuno is relating to the immune system, and compromised is the weakness or impaired state that leaves your body vulnerable to diseases or viruses such as COVID-19. A healthy immune system has three fully functioning lines of defense against pathogens: the innate immunity, non-specific resistance, and the specific resistance. When one of these lines isn't working properly, it causes a person to be immunocompromised, such as someone with cancer or sarcoidosis. Immunocompromised people also might not have the necessary tools, such as toll-like receptors or the right antibodies, to fight off diseases and keep them healthy. So how many people are immunocompromised? Well, approximately 10 million in the United States alone. Since there are many types of immunocompromisation, I'll focus on one in this video, Bare lymphocyte syndrome type 2, or BLS2 for short. People with BLS2 can have mutations in these genes, which contribute to the production of their respective proteins that aid in the production and conscription of major histocompatibility complex class II proteins, or MHC2 for short. Due to these mutations, people with BLS2 often do not have MHC2 proteins at all, or very little on their lymphocytes. MHC2 proteins are important for the second line of defense and initiating the third. In a person without BLS2, MHC2 proteins are found on these cells, which are called professional antigen-presenting cells. Professional antigen-presenting cells use phagocytosis to eat pathogens. After a pathogen is engulfed, it is crushed inside into fragments. These fragments bind to MHC2 proteins on the surface of the cell and display the pathogen it destroyed. These cells literally coat themselves in broken bits of their enemies' bodies. They're a little extreme, but this is important because T cells cannot recognize whole pathogens, only the fragments that MHC2 presents. Once a helper T cell recognizes an antigen and MHC2 combo that it can bind with, it interacts with the foreign complex and sets off the chain reaction of the immune system by releasing cytokines that call in new cells and cloning T cells, and all of this started with the little MHC2 protein. While not all immunocompromised people are missing MHC2 proteins, they might fight COVID-19 slowly as well due to other complications, which is why it is so important to protect them. If a person has trouble breathing, they should not wear a mask. But if one is able, masks can help protect a person from cough or sneeze droplets, like when you're talking with someone and they accidentally spit on you. In Canada, this has been dubbed speaking moistly, which is pretty gross. Wearing a mask adds an anatomical barrier on top of your skin. Imagine it like this. You are a cup of water and the mask is an oil barrier on top of you. When someone sneezes, the barrier protects you better than if you had no mask. We learned what it means to be immunocompromised, how a compromised immune system may react to COVID-19 differently than a healthy one, and how to protect immunocompromised people with respect to masks. I've been Milana Loxam, and hopefully I've shed some light on immunocompromisation during COVID-19. Thank you for watching and stay safe.
That's a wrap.